If you look at the values of the Urban Land Institute and you look at what Alan Graham has accomplished both with Mobile Loaves and Fishes and Community First, the alignment of those interests is just uncanny. Alan is a dedicated servant leader. He's dedicated to a very outspoken and clear set of values, and he's interested in implementing those values and being a catalyst for change within our community in a way that will have a lasting impact.
My introduction to Mobile Loaves and Fishes happened about 5 years ago when we started driving a truck like this with my family. It's a great way for our family and our children to see what it's like to be homeless and to go serve the homeless by providing them a meal every now and then.
I met Alan like 6-7 years ago. He was on a food truck, and I'm just so thankful for him and Mobile Loaves. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him.
Well, Alan was a very successful real estate developer, and he was actually the person who founded the Urban Land Institute Austin District Council back in the early 1990s. He did some amazing work building freight facilities out at Brookstone Airport. That was one of the first public-private partnerships that we did here. Very innovative, very creative. Something changed in his life where he set on a completely different course and used all of those skills to address the needs of the homeless.
When he gave his life to God and decided that he was going to spend the rest of his days on this sort of helping people, he dedicated himself in an unusual way to making a difference for the better in Austin, Texas. Through his work with Mobile Loaves and Fishes and his work to take care of the homeless, feeding them and getting them off the street, he's made an incredible difference in our community.
I think Alan Graham is a prime example of how someone can do very, very well in the real estate industry and take his success and put it back into the heart and soul of Austin.
Giving up his real estate business and choosing that narrow path certainly is something that we can all learn from, and it's an example of how we should all try to live our lives.
I came from the streets 10 years ago. 10 years ago, Alan took me and my family and my wife and my kid and showed me how to give love to them and showed me how to, hang on to what I got.
He leads his group and he leads the mission with a hand up and focused on dignity for the folks that he's serving.
Everyone wants and deserves the dignity of a place to live and the ability to contribute to society. And that's what Alan is making possible for so many Central Texans.
He truly feels the suffering of those people whom he serves. Alan is someone who is enthusiastic, he's positive,
generous,
determined,
fearless,
focused,
Crusty,
brotherly,
relentless,
fun,
creative,
humble,
sincere.
He's optimistic,
a visionary,
servant leader,
unpretentious, and kind.
He's a good guy.
Now, Alan has this infectious personality, and once you meet him, you just like the guy. And he's fun to be around. He's insightful, and his BS is beyond belief. So it's just really a lot of fun to work with him and a lot of fun to be with him.
I couldn't. There's not enough good things I could say about Alan. I mean, he's out here. He's out here every step. He was out here on Thanksgiving. Alan and his wife were down here, and they spent Thanksgiving with everybody down here, and that tells a lot.
We're out here on this awesome 27-acre master plan community that we call Community First Village. And it's a model unlike anything that's ever been developed in the United States of America. And it's all about community. It's taking the housing movement in the United States of America and moving it from a transactional movement into a relationship movement. And this 27-acre master plan community is going to shortly house about 250 formerly chronically homeless individual men and women here in Austin, Texas.
I thought we were going to throw up a couple of RV pads and some fencing and a gate system and maybe a couple of metal buildings, and that was going to be it. Next thing I know, I'm in East Austin at an RV park with a pro forma in front of me, and you telling me that this is a way that we can get people off the street.
You know, I heard his story and understand how he was told no so many times along the way, yet he persevered.
Watching him work through adversity is just something that we all can learn a lesson from. And he did not take no for an answer. He hit a wall and he backed up and just figured out a way to move around that wall.
No matter what they threw at you during the last 7 years while you're putting this project together, you never stopped. Thank you for not ever stopping.
The guy is the greatest guy in the world. I've been homeless 6 years, and he treats me like just a normal person. He doesn't look down on anybody. Alan treats me like he's my best friend. They're giving me an opportunity to out here, and they make me at home. They make me feel at home. I love this place.
He's thought of an entirely new way to address a problem, and he's collected a lot of really powerful partners who believe in his vision. Alan made us believe in it.
If you ever hear about him, hear him speaking about homelessness, we think of it as the loss of a door and a key, and he describes it as a loss of a brother, a sister, a community, a safety net.
I'm involved in Community First Village as someone who's helped to design a home, the physical structure of the home, but you know, we've designed a house. It'll be a home when the people get there.
This project will solve about 20 to 25% of the chronically homeless population issue in Austin, Texas, in one project. And this project is privately funded. There are no public funds involved with it. And not only are there no public funds, the dollars that it's going to save Central Texas is unbelievable.
Instantly you get struck by this man's character and his radical thinking and his devout passion to follow Christ and his teachings. And 7 years I've been working with Mobile Loaves and Fishes, and I've met my future wife here. I've met some of my best friends from the streets here. I've buried some of my best friends from the streets here. This vision of restoring home and restoring community and giving life another chance. What a blessing, what a blessing. And it's all from him and some of him. So, love you, Alan.
He's used his market research, literally going on the streets and finding out what the problem is and what the need is and how to address that need. He's used his financing skills. He's raised equity funds. He's done the master planning. He's worked with the neighborhood associations and other stakeholders. He's created an incredible urban village there in this location. Used every skill that he learned as a real estate developer to build this wonderful facility that's a role model and example for what can be done.
If a real estate developer can accomplish that, that goes well beyond building buildings and infrastructure within our community. It really goes to the fabric of who and what Austin is, and that's why we've chosen to honor Alan.